This is an oat disease experiment looking at the foliar disease red leatherleaf, and we've been looking at red leatherleaf now for about 3 years, just trying to work out how much of a problem it is for oats in Victoria and what we can do about it. This particular experiment is looking at the yield and grain quality loss of 6 milling oat varieties, and this trial is based at Horsham, so in one of the main oat growing regions. And yeah, we're looking at I guess an average season at the moment, so the yield potential is about average. So we're going to have a look at just what losses your red leatherleaf can cause in these 6 main varieties. The methods we use for these yield loss experiments is sowing a given variety, and we compare a disease treatment versus a no disease treatment. And we take assessments of the disease severity during the season. So we take the leaves and then look at how much infection there is on those leaves. And then we compare that to the yield and grain quality at the end of the season. And by comparing those 2 treatments, we can actually get an idea of how much loss there has been due to that disease. And this trial is looking magnificent at the moment and will give us some really good insights into what losses red leatherleaf can cause in oats. This is Bannister oats with no disease in it. We open up the crop here, and we can see there's actually relatively little or no moisture stress. So what we can see is green leaf right from the bottom of the plant all the way up to the top. There is a little bit of senescence down the bottom, which is not associated with disease. We can see that the difference between that and red leatherleaf is that the senescence is more of a browny yellow type and quite even, whereas the red leatherleaf is more of a blotchy red type lesion, which we'll have a look at in the next plot. This is Bannister oats, this time with disease, and we can see that there's actually a pretty severe infection in these plots. So there's quite severe reddening of the lower leaves, which is actually starting to creep definitely into the mid leaves and starting to infect up onto the top leaves as well. So we've obviously had quite good seasonal conditions for infection, and now the disease is making the most of it. And I've estimated the infection there at somewhere between 30 and 40%, which will no doubt cause significant grain yield losses in this case. This is Williams oats in the same red leatherleaf experiment, looking at plus and minus disease. And what we can see in this particular plot is that Williams has slightly better resistance than Bannister and Yalara, and so we've actually got slightly better green leaf retention and a little bit less disease infection. So even though we've had the same weather conditions, and we do have infection there on those lower leaves, it's not quite so bad on the middle and upper leaves. So that will likely reduce the amount of loss.